Hey guys, it's me Andrew, your favorite Canadian YouTuber, eh? And I'm back again with another review video. For this video, I'll be reviewing two new gaming accessories sent to me by my good friends over at JYS. The same company that made the PS5 controller keyboard attachment and the Ps5 vertical stand and dual controller charger station. If you haven't seen my review videos on those, I'll link them in the description. But if you have, then you'll already know that JYS makes great quality gaming accessories, and I've got two new ones to share with you today, including the Nintendo Switch Skyward Sword Joy-Con attachment with game cartridge holder and the Ps5 Horizontal Stand. Because these two accessories are a bit smaller and don't have as many features to talk about as the other JYS products I've reviewed in the past, I'll be reviewing both products in one video. I'll start with the Ps5 Horizontal Stand. The design of the Ps5 Horizontal Stand is simple enough, basically two plates that clip onto the top and bottom of the PS5 and hold it up sideways, allowing better airflow and increased heat dissipation, plus it's generally a more balanced way to rest the console on its side, for those who prefer that position. Now the quality of the material is actually fairly good. It's very strong and sturdy, and definitely much better quality than most of the cheap 3D printed flimsy plastic crap you often find on Amazon. You know, a little thing I find interesting here is that the left one here has these things that slide in and out. Like that. And, the right one doesn't have these, as you can tell. I think this is, in case you need to adjust it, depending on what kind of console you have, whether if you have the PS5 disc or digital edition. That's just my guess. Now, how well does it hold up the console itself? Well, let's attach them to the PS5 and take a look. So, as you can see here, it holds it very sturdily. Is that a real word? It's very sturdy, holds it pretty well. And much like the PS5 controller charger station, it has this really hard rubber that makes it extra secure and really hard to move. So yeah, I think it holds it well enough as it is. So for those of you who prefer to have your PS5 facing horizontally and want something a little more secure, or for those of you who have doubts about the PS5 base or just want something that's a little more sturdy or something, I'd say this is a good alternative. There's not much else I could say about it, but I've got a lot more to say about the Skyward Sword, so let's get right into it, shall we? Now, right off the bat, this kind of accessory takes me back to the good old Wii days. You know, back when motion controls were all the rage when it came to video gaming. No doubt those days have long passed. Although, I still have a whole bunch of my old Wii accessories I used to use all the time, including controller hand grips, steering wheels, and guns. You can't forget the guns. Pretty much everybody I knew who owned a Wii also had a Wii Zapper or some kind of gun-related accessory. Not only that, but I also used to have a whole bunch of those Wii Sports accessories, which I had a ton of fun playing with when I used to play Wii Sports. Sure, they're mostly just cosmetic and don't really add much to the game itself, but there was something that felt oddly special about holding one of these. Like, to me, it really felt like I was holding a racket or baseball bat and playing the sport, even though I wasn't. But hey, it's all part of that special charm that only the Wii had at the time, and the Nintendo Switch has managed to replicate some of that charm with the Joy-Cons. In this case, the new Skyward Sword looks like it just might be able to capture that same charm and feeling as well. But before we know for sure, let's take a look at this accessory and see what it has to offer. When I unboxed the Skyward Sword, the first thing I noticed was that the sword came in 3 pieces, and it came with a screwdriver and a bunch of screws. So yeah, you do need to assemble it, which requires a bit of screwing, which I'll admit was a little bit of a tedious few extra steps before I could use it. But hey, at least we know it's sturdy and well put together, that's for certain. Anyway, after getting the sword assembled, I slid the right Joy-Con into the sword, and it fits rather well. There's a hole that allows your fingers to access the trigger buttons on the back, and it feels comfortable enough to hold, for the most part. By the way, fun fact, you can actually also slide the left Joy-Con into the handle as well, even though there's not much point, since the sword only operates with the right Joy-Con, but perhaps it might be useful for other games with similar controls to Skyward Sword. Who knows?
knows. Anyway, as for the sword's secondary function, the game cartridge holder, it can hold up to 12 games, 6 on each side, and it holds them rather well. The game cartridges slide in nicely, and they're not too difficult to remove. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking that's not a good idea to be swinging this thing around with all of your tiny, expensive Nintendo Switch games attached to it, and I can definitely see the concern there, but trust me when I say, you have nothing to worry about. In fact, to test the security of the cartridge holders, I did a little stability test by swinging and shaking it around to see if it would cause the games to come loose and fly out everywhere, but turns out it didn't. Heck, I even tried swinging the sword with full force and banging it a few times, and yet the games were still perfectly intact inside the sword. So yeah, it definitely holds the games very securely, so you ain't got nothing to worry about. Alright, enough talk. It's time for a little gameplay demonstration.
So let's test this bad boy out and get swinging!
I guess it works alright for the most part. See, the only issue I'm really facing here is that it's not really a problem with the accessory exactly. It's more of a... It has more to do with the game and me personally. You see, I'm left-handed, so the fact that I can only operate the sword with the right hand is a little bit problematic, because I don't have as much control over the sword and the way I swing it. Hold on a second. So, you know, even though the game wasn't intended to be played this way, I'm going to try left hand. Well, obviously the movement controls aren't meant to be used this way, so probably look stupid doing this. But at least I have better control over the sword, for the most part. I actually do kind of wish that there was a, you know, left-handed controls option in this game. That'd be nice. Maybe Nintendo will add it in a future update. Who knows? Oh yeah, this is much better. Sword-wise, at least. Just when I thought I had enough space. Yeah, you gotta make sure you have enough space when doing this, because this thing is, the extra length is definitely more susceptible to hitting things. Why is that so hard to say? Alright, you know what? Let's try two hands. I haven't played a ton of this game yet. So far, I've only been using button controls, because those work a lot better for me. When it comes to motion controls, I'm clearly not as skilled in that department. But for the most part, yeah, I guess this accessory works. It definitely feels a little more like you're actually wielding the Master Sword, for sure. It might be a little bit heavier at the top here. Maybe removing the cartridges will probably fix that a little. But hey, it works! Even though this is really only for, you know, cosmetic purposes, I'd say it works well enough. If you think it adds a little more balance to the swing or something, or if you think it just, or if you just want to feel like you're actually holding the Master Sword, this is about as close as you're going to get. Right, let's try spin attack. Yeah, it did. Alright, sure. Let's finish it off with a fatal blow. Zio. Huh? Yeah, what better to finish it off than with this? Hold on. For some reason, this is actually a little bit harder to do. Or maybe it's just me, I don't know. Am I not turning my hand the right way? I just did it once, apparently I can't do it again for some reason. Come on, I did it once, why can't I do it again? Oh, did I get it? How did I do that? That doesn't really make any sense, but whatever, I'll take it. So yeah, the upward sword strike thing, for some reason that doesn't seem to work quite as well as it should, and you have to do something a little more. I don't even remember how I did that, honestly, but... Oh, like this. So yeah, the upward sword strike thing is a little finicky. But hey, at least the basic slashing works. Oh, I think you do it better with the left hand too. Way better. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Well, guess that settles that.
In conclusion, would I recommend either of these? Absolutely. Whether if you're looking for something to enhance your Skyward Sword experience, or a better horizontal stand for your PS5, then these just might be exactly what you're looking for. I'll provide links to Amazon listings for these products, as well as JYS's social media platforms in the description below. Once again, JYS makes great quality gaming accessories, and they definitely deserve more recognition. So if you can, please show them your support and check out their other awesome gaming products. This probably won't be the last time I'll be reviewing something good from JYS, so until then, I'll see you guys next time.